Hey everyone, this is Trail Ducker here doing playthroughs of the Design League 4.1 courses that people entered. Wanted to give everyone who entered a little playthrough with some notes for them to take with them on the next course. So playing my third one is I'm playing through them alphabetically with DL 4.1 and Boinsey. I never was sure how to say it. I know it's your last name. Um, I never was quite sure how you say it. But one thing I know is that he completely ran out of time, and I maybe was a little nice knowing that because I did like some of the concepts here. The other judges weren't as nice about running out of time, which is probably fair still because other people put a little more. They had a little more time in the aesthetics than this one did, but we'll play it what we see. So only one T, which is fine, and I'm gonna play 3 on all these. I think it's kind of a good random pin to give some feedback on, and then I don't want to deal with crazy winds, so I go to low while I'm playing these. And even still, I can't pitch because I'm not used to this talking while playing thing. Yeah, I got a little Soundstripe playlist, so I'll start that. So let's go flying up. And yeah, you can see very little planting. I know he really ran out of time. I like the kind of wild nature of these fairways and bunkers and the look. Um, Definitely needed way more refinement in parts, but yeah. So let's play it and see how it is. Um, so I like the strategy here because playing to the water gets you a little more in line with the green and in line with playing along rather than into the green contours. So it's a good use of strategy here. Because I'm bad and chicken shit, I'm just gonna try to hug that bunker. And yeah, I don't mind this. Maybe some softening of the green is needed. I assume because you didn't have time to even plant, that you didn't really have time to play test. But I like the general concept of it. Tried to hit that side and kind of roll down to the green a little more than, or to the pin. So this hole, I like that the last hole the water was kind of alongside it, and here it's alongside it, but kind of alongside it in a way that's like behind it because you're hitting kind of into it. I like the kind of angle that the green is at that kind of plays with how the water is used. This is probably a bit extreme and would need some softening. Um, yeah, that's a bit extreme. But I like I'm a bold designer too, so I always appreciate a bold idea. But definitely with some play testing, that probably would want to be softened. Maybe just this entire hole dropped a bit. I'm not sure, because I get what you're doing, but I just think, yeah, that's a little too exaggerated, that side. But I like what this is making me think to do, because it's less kind of want to take a club down, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get enough. Again, I like the kind of wild, organic nature of... Oh, I thought I missed that. Of the fairways on this, and kind of how they just drape along the environment over here. Although, as I say that, this guy, it's mostly here. This is a bit rough, this sculpting. I wish that was more gradual, and I wish that this had more of a high side here. It seems a little weird that it's so flat and then up, and yeah, so that this all needs to be more gradual. Interesting use of some of the new rocks here. I just now realized there's a little waterfall there. Again, though, this is kind of good use of strategy where you want to hug the water as much to get the best angle. It is a little similar, though, to the first hole in terms of the strategy. So that's something to think about. Oh, and I'm very fast. I do feel like either recording or maybe it's just while I'm talking I do some dumb shit when because I get some of those very fast randomly. Is this a Biarritz? It kind of is. I don't think it's meant to be, though. I think this little weird dip needs kind of raised so it's more two-tiered. I don't think you were meaning to create a Biarritz there. Although if you were, maybe accentuate a little more. Although I feel like they're a little artificial, and this is supposed to be a bit more of an organic course. Yeah, that needs to be softened a bit. I mean, I know I missed the putt, but you can see that hill right next to the green that I just caught and rolled down. That's a bit penal. And my guy was very mad. You made my guy very mad. And when he's wearing those clothes and that mad, like, that's just not a good combination. I like how this kind of cuts back into the previous holes, kind of like encapsulated around them into its own little pocket. Is that a tee box? Or is that... No, that's part of the... Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool use of the plot here. And it's a cool hole because it's making me think, like, what do I want to do? Again, I liked the start of this course a lot more than the other two judges. Huh. This does make... It has a lot of options. And did I just go... Oh, okay, well, I did not mean to go to that side, but luckily I made it over. I mean, that was the preferred side, but I wasn't trying to go there because it was also the more dangerous shot. But if I was actually trying to go there, then I would be in the water. This green is kind of similar to the last green. I mean, it reminds me of the last green. So I would work on that a little bit to make it not feel like deja vu, especially because it was the hole right before it. I think it's more just that little kind of crutch that this pin is in. But it's got some cool undulations started for sure. Okay, so this goes behind where the 1T was. I feel like this needs to be smaller and pushed more this way, because, I mean, I guess you would go that way. I don't know, this right here just seems silly, because nobody would ever hit for this. I feel like maybe cut off right here and then push this a little bit this way and make it like a little smaller. Maybe make it 2 bunkers rather than 1 big bunker. And does it really... I guess it does give kind of a better approach. And then this kind of has a similar kind of Biarritz-ish crutch in the middle. So the greens are kind of coming out a little similar. Okay, look at you with some random planting going on. This definitely need a little more work because it feels kind of silly how flat the rocks are. Probably because it just comes out of nowhere, where if you would have had more time, it wouldn't be so out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't know, this tee shot, I get where you're going, but it needed a little more refinement. Not a big fan of that bunker. I get why it's there. I think it's like too big. And see, I still have a pretty good shot there. I don't know if it's a big enough advantage over here. Like it's barely... Well, I guess it would be... whatever. You know what I mean. It's not as big of an advantage. So it doesn't quite match the reward for taking on that risk. I'm probably going to fast this in the water, but we'll see. Alright. I did it. I'm going to look at your planting here. Your one little planting area. Could have been nice if you were able to do the whole thing. Yeah, this green doesn't quite make sense. I don't really get why this little kind of depression is in here. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm just gonna pitch on this green because... That's the other thing about doing something like this. I feel like this could have done the same thing, but been like more like here, rather than cutting way in there. Come back, come back. I do think you did just a very interesting way that you routed on this. That was really cool because it was real unpredictable how you would kind of veer off and come back into this area. The one big critique I'd say about the river is you basically kind of used it the same on every hole, because it always was just along one side, and yeah, so I feel like that could have been done better, of using the water in different ways. You did like hit over it on that hole that you see right in front of me, but there could have been like times that it went right in front of the green as well, right behind the green. Like I know you only had 6 holes, but the water could have been used more creatively and differently on the holes. With that being said, I do really like the strategy that you started with here. And it's too bad that you ran out of time. This hole seems... I mean, I get the risk reward, but I feel like it needs a little more something to it, because right now it just seems almost like a full send every time, unless you have like a crazy backwind that would just shoot you in the water. And then you might want to take a wood and try to roll it up, but a little more could have been done to that hole to make it. I mean, I know you ran out of time, so I don't know if you were able to really get a whole concept in there, or if you just kind of had to tack something in to get it completed, which I appreciate you still doing, powering through it. Yeah, you had some, I guess 4 and 6 are a little, you had some good variety. You could have used maybe like a 420 hole, 430, something like that, but you had some good variety in only 6 holes. I think you did well. Yeah, just too bad that you ran out of time planting, but still, you had some real cool ideas. Like, I mean, I remember your Washington National Treasure one that you ran out of time a little bit on the back 9, and still, you did really well because you had some great concepts. So keep up that creativity and just get better at time management, because I know that's happened a few times to you now. But thank you for entering, and hope to see you in 4.2 if you have the time. All right, thank you.